There's a version of you that learned to smile when she wanted to scream, a version that said, "It's okay," when it absolutely wasn't, a version that apologized for taking up space, for having needs, for simply existing with a pulse and a personality. That version, the so-called good girl, she wasn't born. She was trained. You weren't taught self-expression. You were taught obedience. You weren't taught truth. You were taught compliance. The good girl isn't your best self. She's your silenced self, a survival identity you built to stay safe, to stay loved, to stay acceptable. But every time she speaks for you, you disappear. Let's go back to where she came from. When you were young, you learned that approval was conditional. You learned that love had rules. Don't be loud. Don't ask for too much. Don't disagree. Don't shine too boldly. Don't make others uncomfortable. You learned that being good wasn't about being authentic. It was about being convenient. And so you became the girl who made everyone else's life easier at the cost of making your own life smaller. You learned to swallow your anger, suppress your needs, hold your breath, and call it kindness. But it wasn't kindness. It was fear. Fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of being punished for having a voice. The good girl didn't protect your purity. She protected your safety. Now let's talk about the psychology behind her. The good girl is the fawn response dressed up as femininity. Fawning is what happens when the nervous system decides that appeasing others is the safest strategy. Not fight, not flight, not freeze, but please be okay with me. Please don't get angry. Please don't leave. Please don't think I'm too much. It's not weakness. It's biology. It's the body's way of avoiding danger when danger once came from disapproval or conflict. You learned early that being yourself was a risk, so you learned to be good instead. But the cost? Your authenticity, your voice, your fire. Let's go deeper. People talk about women losing themselves in relationships, but the truth is, you didn't lose yourself. You hid yourself. You hid the parts that felt inconvenient. The opinions, the boundaries, the desires, the anger, the truth, because the good girl doesn't get to have those things. She gets to be agreeable, not honest, pleasant, not powerful, desirable, not expressive, and the world rewards her silence with temporary safety. But long term, it steals everything from her. Good girls grow into tired women, women who don't know what they want, women who feel resentful without understanding why, women who cannot feel their own needs until they're burning. The good girl keeps the peace by killing her truth. Now let's talk about where she hides. She shows up every time you say yes when your entire body is screaming no. She shows up when you bite your tongue to avoid discomfort. She shows up when you apologize for things that aren't your fault, when you minimize your achievements, when you let people take more than they give, when you shrink so others can feel bigger. And here's the thing. The world loves your good girl, but your soul doesn't. Your soul wants expression. Your body wants honesty. Your feminine wants freedom. You can't embody your feminine power while still obeying your childhood programming. Now let's expose the biggest lie the good girl ever taught you, that love comes from being pleasing. Love comes from being real. Connection comes from authenticity. Respect comes from boundaries. Desire comes from depth. The good girl doesn't create intimacy, she creates performance. And you cannot feel loved when you're not even being yourself. You don't want to be adored for your obedience. You want to be loved for your essence. Let's shift into the deeper wound beneath all of this. The good girl is terrified of conflict because conflict once meant danger. Being yourself once meant consequences. So she learned to disappear, to anticipate everyone's needs but her own, to keep the peace externally while creating war internally. But the truth is, being good never protected you. It punished you. It stole your voice, your boundaries, your intuition, your authenticity. The good girl is a prison with cute wallpaper. But here's the part that matters. You're not a good girl anymore. You're a grown woman, and the danger you're protecting yourself from no longer exists. You don't need to obey to be safe. You don't need to please to be loved. You don't need to shrink to be accepted. You can choose something different now. You can choose expression over obedience. You can choose truth over performance. You can choose boundaries over silent resentment. You can choose yourself fully. So how do you let the silenced woman speak again? Start with the moments you feel the tiny rebellion rise inside you, the moments you want to say no, the moments you want to disagree, the moment you want to state your preference, the moment you want to walk away. Right there. That's the real you. That's the unsilenced woman. That's the voice you've been taught to hide. The good girl panics in those moments. She wants you to stay small. She wants you to stay safe. But safety isn't in silence anymore. It's in truth. Now let's move into embodiment. Put your hand on your chest. Take a slow breath. Feel the weight of your ribs. Feel the warmth beneath your palm. And whisper to yourself, "It's safe for me to speak." Because it is. Your world won't collapse if you disappoint someone. Your life won't fall apart if someone doesn't like your truth. Your worth won't vanish if you stop performing. You don't need to be the good girl to be loved. You just need to be real. Now let's close this with truth. The good girl kept you alive, but the silenced woman is the one who will set you free. You don't need obedience to feel safe anymore. You need authenticity. You need boundaries. You need your voice back. The real you, the expressive, intuitive, powerful you, has been waiting behind the costume, waiting for permission, waiting for courage, waiting for you. Take off the mask. Let the good girl retire. Let the woman speak. Journal on this. What does my good girl voice say when I want to rebel? And then write what the real you wants to say instead. If this touched something deep in you, subscribe to Goddess Vibration and comment, "I release the good girl. I choose my voice." Your feminine power doesn't bloom in silence. It blooms in truth.